How we doing, YouTube? Steve here. It is Monday, December 8th. Another nice day in northwest Indiana, especially for winter time. I think it was in the 40s today, so, and like I said, it's 4 o'clock at night. It's still daylight out, but not too bad even now. I did light a fire, though, in the little house. And the dog, right here, is wanting some attention. Okay, lay down, big girl. I'm done. Ugh. Oh, anyway, so all kinds of things happening in the news today. We've got good news, bad news, and cautionary news. The good news is Daniel Perry. The troubling news is Tulsi Gabbard in Syria. And the concerning news, cautionary news, is the feeder calf price. So, the good news. Daniel Penny, did I say Perry the first time? Penny. Daniel Penny was found innocent today in a trial in New York that should have never, ever been brought to trial. For you guys that don't know, Daniel Penny was a bystander on a subway train when a fellow, according to reports, came in on drugs, homeless. He was a homeless person on drugs. I think they said he was schizophrenic. He had mental issues, and he had some health issues, and was threatening everybody, saying that somebody was going to die today, and the other people on the train car were afraid for their safety, seriously afraid for their safety. Daniel Penny, I believe, don't hold me to this part, I believe he's an ex-military of some kind. He restrained the other person in a chokehold kind of a thing, and until the police got there. And long story short, the person on drugs, homeless person, died. There were some conflicting reports about whether what killed him. It seems like it may have been a mixture of the drugs, the health conditions he had, and a heart attack because of the excitement of the altercation. Don't hold me to that exactly, but that's kind of the gist of it. Well, the DA in New York, who would never bring a trial, let me clarify one other thing. Daniel Penny is white. The other fellow was African American. If it was white on white, or if it was black on black, that case would have never been brought. Everybody concedes that. And it was purely for that reason that it was brought. Last week it went to the jurors. They came back on late Friday that said they were hung on the more aggressive count. When you looked at the jury instructions from the judge, he did something the opposite that he said he would do in the jury instructions. And according to Megyn Kelly, what should have happened at that point, it should have been declared a mistrial, and then the DA could bring it back or do whatever he was going to do. That's not what they did. They changed the instructions a little bit and sent them back. The reason the DA did that, according to Megyn Kelly, was because it was kind of like a catch-all charge. So if he didn't get the one he really wanted, the more aggressive one, if he did get a hung jury, a lot of times if you send the jury back on the second charge, if they're hung on the first one, it's like a consolation on the second one. They'll just agree on the second one. But in this case, I don't know if they deliberated all weekend or not, but they deliberated this morning, and I don't think they deliberated very long, and just found him innocent of the whole works, and which was, I'm sure, not what the prosecution was thinking was gonna, or the judge. It sounded like the judge really was leaning towards the prosecution's case, according to Megyn Kelly. I didn't follow it the day by day of this. So good sense prevailed in New York, and a man that should have never been prosecuted to begin with, defending innocent people, a woman alone with an infant child, and was one of them, was found innocent of something that he never should have been charged with in the first place. The troubling news with the Syria incident is I'm worried that this could really hurt Tulsi Gabbard in her quest for her cabinet position, because she had met with Assad. Now, Nancy Pelosi had also went and met with Assad. Now, she did it during the Bush administration, George W. Tulsi did it when Barack Obama was president, and just out of fairness, each side screamed bloody murder when they did it. So when Representative Pelosi, and I don't know if she was speaker then, but when she went to Syria, the Republicans screamed bloody murder, and when Tulsi went, although she was still a Democrat, they screamed bloody murder as well. And I think it's important to remember when you talk about Syria is there are no good guys in this discussion. So Assad, it was terrible, and whoever replaces him with will probably be terrible as well. But my concern is because Tulsi, she went and met with him a couple times and said that he wasn't our enemy. I don't know that she ever said he was a good person, but the Obama administration was wanting to launch a lot of, wanted to basically start a war in Syria, and she didn't think that was a good idea, which is problematic because if you're a Democrat or Republican, if your side's wanting to go to war, you're supposed to fall right in behind them, and she did not. But that also made it so she does not have a lot of friends in Congress on either side when it comes to some of that. So she's going to have trouble. I hope she can get confirmed, but it's going to be a challenge because of that, because of the whole deal. And the cautionary tale, just very quickly, I don't know how many of you guys are in the livestock or ag world that watch me, but feeder calf prices, January feeder calf prices are $2.55. That's for an 800-pound steer. Live cattle prices are $1.87. If you're in the Central Plains, Southern Plains, feeder calves, especially those 500, 600, 700 pounders, even some of the bigger ones, but those 500, 600, 700 pounders, they're bringing almost $4 a pound. The reason they're doing that is because Texas, Kansas, Oklahoma had crazy rain this fall, which made, they plant a lot of wheat, and they put cattle out on wheat. Some of the wheat they will harvest. Most of the wheat they plant, I don't want to say most, a lot of the wheat they plant is just for grazing, and then they make money off the pounds that the calves graze. But it's cheap gain. You can put cheap gain on those calves. At the state we are at right now, those calves at those prices, even feeding them cheap wheat, don't pencil. And there could be a bloodbath next year if the live cattle price drops, and these guys that got big money in those feeders, it could be brutal for the cattle industry. I mean, take the ranch, brutal. So that's just a cautionary tale there. Just kind of something to watch in the future. But all right, everybody, we're at 9:47 already. So God bless. I hope everybody had a great day. Go take on the world tomorrow, and hopefully everybody gets out and enjoy Mother Nature. God bless again, everybody. Talk soon.